Today we are talking on unit number 4, material control. Actually, material is one of the element of cost sheet. As you know, to manufacture any three elements of cost, that is material, labor and expenses. Out of this, to ascertain the selling price, to reduce the cost, we need to control these three basic elements of cost, that is material, labor and expenses. Basically, material control means while manufacturing any of the goods or services, material constitute a major part of the final product or services. Basically, it constitutes near about 50 to 70% of its contribution in the final product, and therefore controlling material is very essential. The reasons for controlling the material is to minimize the wastage, to make the availability of material, and so on. So these are the basic things which are required for the material control. But before material control, you should understand what is the meaning of material. So basically, material means nothing but any of the component which is required in the process of manufacturing, that is called as an material. So basically, material means any commodity which is used in final finished goods, or you can say material means anything that can be stored, which is required for the manufacturing. You can take an examples of the material like raw material, factory supplies, purchase parts, like finished products, sometimes some assembled products. All these are constituting your material control. So material cost, it constitutes near about 50 to 70% of the total cost of the product. And because of the efficient purchasing and the storage accounting and the consumption of material which is essential for the entire success of the organization, we require material control. Now, we will study the need of material control. As we have discussed, the need for material control is availability of material. Basically, there should be a continuous availability of all sort of material for the factory, so that production may not be held up for wants of any material. It means that whenever we are manufacturing any sort of the goods or services, there should be ample number of material available in the production process. If sufficient quantity of material is not available, then our production cannot be efficiently functioned, and there might be the losses due to lack of material, because we are supposed to pay the fixed expenses like salaries of the workers, rent of the factory. All these fixed expenses will be incurred, but there is no production activity because of lack of availability of material, and therefore material control is Hello, someone please give me a reply. Hello,
Yes.
am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, second point in the need of material is reasonable price. Reasonable price means whenever we purchase material for the manufacturing of the products and services, the material should be purchased at the reasonable price. And to purchase the material at a reasonable price, you should try to find out the alternative suppliers. Monopoly by the only one supplier. Whenever you are finding the alternative suppliers for the same kind of supply of the goods or services, in that case, it is very easy for you to negotiate with the supplier and to get the material at the reasonable price, but without hampering the quality of the product or services. Whenever you purchase the reasonable price products, the quality should not get hampered. This point should be kept in mind so that material control can be possible. The third point is the need for no excessive investment in material. Now, what is the meaning of this no excessive investment in material? So many times, some people they buy bulk in quantity, but actually buying raw material bulk in quantity is not useful. The reason is your investment will be stuck into the purchases. But if there is no demand from the market, so at that time your material will be there in the godowns and your investment will be locked in the that raw material only. So you don't have the purchase or you don't have money for the new order. So therefore, to avoid on the other hand, you can see there should be no excessive investment in stock because overstocking should be avoided while purchasing the material. Investment in material must be kept as low as possible considering the production requirement, financial resources of the business. Understood this point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now fourth one is minimum wastage. In the morning, one of the students said there should be minimum wastage, and for that purpose we require the material control. It was absolutely right. There should be minimum possible wastage of material while these are being stored in the godowns by the store managers, or they can be used in the factory by the workers. Actually, wastage should be allowed to keep up to certain level known as normal level of wastage, and it should not exceed that level. Leakage and that of material must be avoided to keep the cost of production under the control. Storekeepers and workers should be trained to handle the material in a scientific way to avoid the wastage. You can see in the factory, there are various types of materials which are used for the manufacturing processes. In chemical industry, whenever chemical is being handled by the workers, so there might be a possibility that the chemical may go waste. So minimum wastage level can be decided by the company, but the minimum wastage should not be exceeded by the workers, and therefore there is a need of material control. Next point is perpetual inventory system. Actually, perpetual, the meaning of this word we have studied in the company law. Perpetual succession of the company. Similarly, perpetual inventory system means it is a system of material records which reflects the physical movement of stock and their current balance. See, perpetual inventory system means the physical movement of stock and their current balance. Whenever any item of material is received or issued in an company, it is made in store record and up-to-date balance of these material of items is taken. Basically, perpetual inventory system facilitates the necessity of the physical checking of all the items at the end of the year. The figures of clothing stock of material is easily made available, which is helpful in preparation of the final accounts. The word perpetual means there should be continuous receipt and issue of the material. It means whenever big organizations they are purchasing the material from the suppliers, this material will be stored in the store of the company. So in the store, the amount of material that we have purchased to the production process, that record has to be continuously kept out so that the minimum level of the material required can be understood and the next order can be placed. Risk of spoilage and obsolescence of material. Risk of spoilage and obsolescence of material, it must be avoided. For the purpose, maximum quality of each type of material determined and the proper method of issue of material is to be followed. The materials issued earlier or first should be issued earlier or first. This is nothing but FIFO method. The risk of spoilage and obsolescence of material means sometimes there are some sort of materials which are perishable in nature, because after certain period of time this material can be of no use. So in that case, what we can do is, the material which we have purchased earlier, that material can be used earlier, so that there will not be any spoilage or obsolescence of material. म्हणजेच जर एखाद्या वेळेला खराब होणारा असं काही मटेरियल असेल की जे काही कालावधीतच वापरणं गरजेचं आहे, तर असं मटेरियल आपण जर असं मटेरियल आपण लवकर खरेदी केलेलं असेल तर ते लगेचच आपण प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेसमध्ये वापरलं पाहिजे खराब होण्याच्या आतमध्ये. जर आपण ते मटेरियल तसंच जर आपल्या गोडाऊनमध्ये ठेवलं तर ते खराब होऊ शकतं किंवा नंतर आपण त्याचा वापर करू शकत नाही. त्याच्यामुळं स्पॉइलेज किंवा ऍब्सोलन्सेस ऑफ मटेरियल हे आपण पूर्णपणे अवॉइड करण्यासाठी आपल्याला मटेरियल कंट्रोलची गरज आहे. इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट द अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ मटेरियल. It should be made continuously available to the management so that planning of production may be done. The store manager can supply this information because he keeps an up-to-date record of every item of stock of material under a proper system of material control. See, information about the availability of material, this information will be kept out by the storekeeper, and this information will be made available to the management, so that management will take a decision regarding when to get an order and when to complete that particular order. So this information will be made available, and therefore there is a need of material control. Any doubts in this? Anybody? आतापर्यंत आपण जे 7 पॉइंट पाहिलेले आहेत, याच्यामध्ये कोणाची काही शंका असेल तर तुम्ही प्लीज तुमची शंका विचारू शकता. मटेरियल कंट्रोलची गरज काय आहे या पॉइंट बद्दल. हॅलो, एनी डाउट्स? हॅलो, कोणाची काही शंका आहे का?
No, sir.
Okay, shall I go next?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the second point in the material control is essentials of material control. Essentials means to control the material, what you require. The first point is proper inspection and scheduling. See, inspection, the verification, the checking of the material. Material, for the use of material. So here there should be proper inspection and scheduling of material requirement so that material control can be possible. Second point is proper planning and coordination. In material control, there should be proper planning and coordination among buying of material, receiving of the material, inspection of the material, storage of material, sales of the material, production of material, and accounting of material, so that the required material are available without any difficulty. When you plan your material requirement and you coordinate with the other departments, there will not be any scarcity while manufacturing any of the goods or services. And therefore, proper planning and coordination is essential for the material control. The third and the most important term, fixation of levels. This point we are going to study in this particular chapter, because whatever levels that we are going to study in the next lecture, that levels are most important. When you understood these 3 levels, you can be easily understood the entire topic. The minimum stock level, maximum stock level, ordering level, and reordering of stock of material should be fixed to avoid its over and under stocking of material. In fixation of level, the company should fix certain level of material. For example, minimum this amount of or this quantity of material is required in the business. Maximum, there should not be more than the quantity of material available in the organization. Reorder level means when we should order again from the supplier. All these levels should be fixed in advance, so that wastage of or you can say under or over stocking of the material can be easily avoided. Next is methods of valuation. Suitable method of valuation of is essential to know the cost of job and the value of closing stock. For example, there should be either LIFO or FIFO method of valuation of material. Now, what is the meaning of LIFO or FIFO? LIFO means last in, first out. The material which we have purchased recently, this material will be issued first. And in the FIFO method, the material which we have purchased in first, that material will be issued first. So such a type of methods of valuation when we use in the company, so in that case, the material control can be easily possible. Next is reporting to the management. Purchases, issues, balance of material, obsolete stock, return of stock, spoilage of stock, defective items of material. It should be regularly reported to the management for the further actions and decision making. And the next point is store control. Store control means there should be a proper operation of system of store control and issue. So there is delivery of right type of material in the right quantity at the right time. When you are recording the material in the store in a proper way, then you can issue the right type of material, right quality of material, right quantity of material at the right prices. Otherwise, if you do not record the material into your organization, then in your store, the control cannot be possible. Understood, everybody? Any doubt? Any doubt in this slide? Please reply. Hello? Someone please reply. Okay. Now, next point in the essentials of material control is to maintain the adequate records and accounts. To maintain the records and accounts means at the stage of material receipt and consumption at the timing of stocking. Means whenever you are carrying out the production processes, how much is the amount of material used and how much is the amount of material we have received, that proper accounting record has to be kept. When you keeping the accounts, then material control can be possible. Next is there should be proper classification of material, because materials are of various the material, the different codes to different items of the material should be given, and the standard format of the material classification should be followed. For example, whenever you visit to any of the grocery shop, there are different sections and the classification of material is done in this shop. So such type of classification can be done while in the production process, so that material control can be possible. Next, and the most important thing is internal check and proper authorization. Whenever you are recording the material receipt and issue, there should be a proper internal check and authorization of all the transactions involving materials and equipments. It should be operated. Otherwise, what will happen? There will be some workers, those who will take the material from the godown and they will take this material into their home. And there should not be any of the control. So to maintain the control over the store, internal check means the supervision will be done by the persons within the internal check, and proper authorization means unless and until without the proper permission of the store manager, no any material can be issued or it can be accepted in the store. Next is well planned storage. Well planned storage material and who will supervise the activity of storage. So this should be done well in advance. Next thing is use of standard forms. Now, what is the meaning of standard forms? Forms means order, requisition, issue, transfer of material. It should be used with the help of some standard formats. Now, in the next lecture, I will show you the format of issue of material, receipt of material, order of material. So there are various types of forms, and these forms should be maintained in a very proper standardized form so that material control can be possible. And the last point